Jason and Jabari. Jason and Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today we have the Who versus DA, Divine Alchemist. This is war number 4. So, as many of you are probably wondering, why in the world are you in a different alliance? I'll briefly go over that. Basically, long story short, the goals of S was not presented to me as they actually were intended, along with other individuals, and due to that fact, basically, people ended up stepping away. So that's the long and short of it that I'm going to say. There is no actual beef that I'm aware of with myself, with anyone. Nothing but huge love and respect to everybody in S. Those are still the homies, but the direction was misleading. So anyway, here we are in the Who for right now, and this is going to be Gentle's war debut. I am a fan of this champion. I have been since the his announcement. I think his kit is pretty good. There are some things that I do think might need a slight tune-up on or something like that, but that's not this video. So here I am getting ready to put a relic on Gentle, I believe, or actually no, I'm lying. This is a relic for Nimrod, because I was asked to bring in Nimrod for a path fight against a Sinister on 7B, the first fight where the Thorns node. So that's why I was doing that. Gentle already has his relic on him. Alright, so now that we have all that squared away, I also am bringing in Spiral because I am tasked with taking 46 Serpent, a rank 4 Serpent, with Spiral. Yeah, I take this fight again and it goes horribly wrong. So that might be a bit of a spoiler for you guys, but you'll see when the war that just passed happens. But for now, we're up against Goku. Shout out to Goku, he's the homie. And we have his rank 3 Jabari Panther. Now this is path 8, section A, and for this fight, if you do 2.5% of their health X amount of times, then they get a glancing debuff. I think it's like 5 times, but I'm not entirely sure. So I was encouraged to not boost on my attack, just boost my health and go in with the invulnerability boost in case things go wrong. Now the cool thing about Gentle is when the opponent shrugs or something, or when I'm immune to a belief, or I have a immunity, Jesus, can't speak, words are hard, or they do, then it procs his pursuit passive, and then he can also get an unstoppable and unblockable later on. But anyway, I'm spamming special ones because it places a fear debuff on them, and it's passive, so that helps with them never going unblockable, because most of the skill attackers, most of them go unblockable after they throw their specials, due to the nature of the nodes that we're dealing with, their tactic. So yeah, that's why I was spamming SP1s, and that fight goes down pretty clean. She did not actually gain the glancing buff until towards the end, when it almost seemingly didn't matter. So next up we have Baron Zemo. He is also tactic, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong about that, but I think he is, but I'm not sure. This basically helps them with energized buffs. So he's going to be gaining more power. With Zemo, you basically don't want him to throw a special 2. Some people don't mind it. I kind of mind it. But this fight will be well at hand. The only thing I think that I did that I don't want to do is end in a light attack, which will place a rupture debuff, which I was doing in the first fight, by the way. So it was helping me tick them down, but on the boss node, you're going to see that's going to be a hindrance. And we'll talk about that when we get there. But you can see he's going down relatively nicely. I throw off my striker. I was going to go into a SP2, but I end up dropping him before we get there. So far so good. Next up, we are in section 2. This is path 7. This is Nimrod versus Mr. Sinister. I'm going to be max boosted since I do have boss and I do have that Serpent. Hindsight, I probably should have went with a combat regen here or a bigger size health pool champion, which I didn't think about. But yeah, we're going to kill ourselves here, sadly. And the idea was that we wanted to parry his special 1s to build up armor ups to do a massive special 2. However, you can't do that because Nimrod puts a cowardice debuff on the opponent when they throw a special, and any non-damaging debuffs that you place on the opponent causes them to go unblockable. So every single time he's getting ready to throw off his special 1, he will be unblockable, so I can't parry it, basically. Now, we don't mind him throwing off special 1s, and we're actually going to let him throw off special 1s because he can't throw any degens on us. We're a robot, but sadly we won't make it. He's ticking down. We got some decent damage there, but we will not make it to another SP2. We're just going to end up killing ourselves here. Beating on his block could have been a thought. I didn't think about it because we actually don't take any thorns by hitting this block. I'm trying to bait this out here. I'm thinking, can I clutch this up? And the answer is going to be no. So yeah, that won't be happening ever again. Sadly, I did kill myself, but yeah, we learned from that one. And we move on. I'm just going to use gentle to clean up here. No real need to heal up Nimrod. I don't think there's enough damage for me to take before I drop him at such a low percentage of his health. So gentle cleans up there. Then we're going to move on to Apple. Shout out to Apple. And yeah, we're going to use gentle here. Basically, Korg can shrug the debuffs that he's going to get while you're standing close to him every 3 seconds, but he won't go unblockable really, because we're going to spam SP1s. I do manage to mess this fight up a little bit. I think I take some damage from the thorns and stuff. I wasn't playing it super well, I don't believe. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's been a couple of days since I've taken these fights. I intentionally parried there, hoping that he would shrug so I can go passively unstoppable and indestructible, as you saw. That's a great feat that Gentle has. And there we get the fear passive on him. So now when he throws his specials, he will not go unblockable, even though he's supposed to. He is tactic. And we're just going to constantly throw special 1s in order to keep that the way that it needs to be. There I got thrown off. And see, he wasn't supposed to go unblockable right there. Maybe it's just a visual bug. Because as you can see next to it, the fear was on him. So there's no way that I believe that should have happened. But maybe it was just a visual bug. I'm not sure. But anyway, we get a rupture on him. The way that you apply a rupture is doing a 4th light attack. It will also take away one of Gentle's muscle mass. And the way that you take the recoil damage built into his kit is throwing off a special 2 at max charges, muscle mass essentially. So we did mess that fight up a little bit, but he went down. So we still got the solo, which is cool. Now we have Goku's rank 4, I think Sig 200 Serpent. I could be wrong about the signature. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're gonna use Spiral here with Mr. Fantastic pre-fights. Shout out to Solar for sending me how to do this fight. Like I said, in the next word, this is gonna go horrendously wrong. And you'll see this is still a scary placement. Even though we have a proper counter, it can still go wrong, trust me. But yeah, basically we're just going to spam SP1s, and we're not going to do the same action twice in a row. Otherwise we lose charges on our Spiral. But we do a very good job at maintaining his power and spamming specials in order to keep him his power low. But yeah, like I said, it goes pretty wrong. Now Spiral can the next fight it goes pretty wrong the next time I play this. But Spiral can dex his special 2. I just chose to parry it. I don't know why exactly, but yeah, we throw off the darts and he's dead. And nice fight, good solo. But lastly, we have the boss. This is Mr. Popo, his Bullseye. This is a rank 4 Bullseye. Alright, so my first mistake was going into this fight without running max recoil. I do believe that Gentle probably needs to run max recoil for this, but yeah, I just played this really bad too. Granted, this is my first time, but I just didn't play very well. And you'll see that. I do understand his kit and I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just didn't do a very good job at it here. And that block damage is already noticeable even with my my passive buff that I have on myself. Reinforced passive, I think that's what it's called, which is that little blue arrow that points down. Also, he gains power pretty quick, which was another thing I was like, wow, this boss node, they definitely gave him power gain. So you have to be careful about pushing him red, but I think I actually wanted to push him red here. I never really get close to 12 charges, and by the time I do, I think I'm too scared to throw off my special 2 because of how much health I have towards the end of it. But yeah, we're coming up to that point, I believe, at some point soon. And yeah, the damage I'm doing right now is bare minimal damage, and that's because I didn't have max muscle mass when I was throwing it off. So I did use an invulnerability boost here, but yeah, we get that disorient on us, so that kind of messes with us a little bit. Notice we're taking a good amount of block damage just trying to block bait him into throwing heavies and stuff like that. So that was a problem. Next up is the rupture that I'm putting on him intentionally, and that is actually serving as willpower healing for him, which is a problem. So yeah, he's healing more than he's actually taking, which is an issue. But you know, learning experience, I'll say that. So I'm down to 36% of my health, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. I'm getting hit some, and those are critting. Even though I have the reinforced passive, I'm still taking significant damage, noticeable damage. So now I'm down to 21% of my health. I'm like, this is not going well at all. This is not going well. I do get redemption at a different rank 4 Bullseye, but not at this one. So we're down to under 2 minutes, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I see that I have 12 muscle mass here, but I'm not gonna throw off my special 2 when I'm able to do so, because I'm scared at how much health I have that will take off too much, and if it didn't kill, then I am really in a bad spot. So I elected to not do that. I think I end up getting to another special 3 or something like that. But yeah, this was just a combination of me just not playing well, number one. Number two, I did not know that the ruptures were going to help him survive longer. Number three, me just not putting on the proper mastery setup. I mean, can this be done without it? Yes. So that part's on me, but you'll see next time. It's far more optimal to throw on the recoil than not and max them out, because he won't take the recoil damage unless he's at 12 muscle mass, which is an awesome thing about this champion. But I just didn't utilize that. So completely on me. I'll eat this one. Will I die? No, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna time out. But yeah, so just learning and understanding things. I really do like gentle. This is more user error, so doesn't reflect gentle in any way, shape, or form. He is actually made to counter Bullseye, and for the most part he absolutely does. But yeah, by the time I get ready to throw that off, it's too late, you know. It's time to time out. But anyway, we go back in, we clean up. I'm gonna do the same exact thing, still no recoil, all that stuff. I think I throw on is it combat regen this time? Well, I threw on the combat regen, I think, just to help with us staying topped off on health, because I was losing so much by getting hit in my block. This one still takes a while at 32%, but again, that's just because I'm not fully utilizing his kit correctly, and I'm not playing very well. So that's still again on me. It's not really on him. I end in a light attack again to give him some willpower healing, because why not? I think that was actually an accident there. But either way, we're going to get him down this time. It's going to be fine. But next time I do get the solo, when you guys see me bringing back in gentle, and it's going to be a fun time. So definitely stay tuned for that. Ultimately, we did end up winning this war. So I was happy about that I didn't cost the team, because obviously my gameplay and everything was not up to par. I did die and I did time out, so that's a problem on both ends. So, and trust me, we're not done dying and stuff either, guys. This is a very difficult tactic, and with the new war map, it makes it even more difficult. But that's gonna do it for this one. Like and subscribe, continue helping us grow. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.